I'm here today with Troy Casey, who's known as the Certified Health Nut. He's produced many videos on YouTube on health and healing, lectured on the topic, and has an upcoming TV show. He also works for the Amazon Herb Company and is a father to 2 young children. Hi, Troy.
Hi. Hi.
How did you become Mr. Certified Health Nut?
Well, I think the first part that happened for me was I was sitting in Milan as a Versace model, and I was looking for ways to look and feel my best, economically motivated. And I got into nutrition and then internal purification and other forms of healing. And that's really how it started 22 years ago.
And what are some of the biggest obstacles and successes you've had in the last 22 years?
Well, most of the obstacles have just come from myself. I had my own issues with alcoholism and drugs and partying and just living the rock star life as a model. And I got caught up in that. And then successes I've had, have been great. I worked for Discovery's Planet Green. I got hired off my YouTube site to do that. As well as working with the Amazon Herb Company, going to the Amazon. The successes have been many. My own health, for one, and so after I cleared my life up from drugs and alcohol, I really got into the mental, emotional, and spiritual component of it, and I was very fortunate to study with a lot of indigenous cultures, and that wisdom really helped change my life, and I was able to adopt that into my lifestyle and continue to do and live peacefully on planet Earth.
Wonderful. And it can be really hard for people to change their life. And what would you suggest are the little steps that people can take to turning things around?
Mm-hmm. Well, I teach foundation principles, and I got these from my mentor Paul Chek, and I think that the most simple things are going to have the biggest impact on your health and on your life. And so those simply are thoughts, breathing, hydration, nutrition, sleep, and movement. And movement can be as simple as walking. So just applying those foundational principles and giving attention towards those foundational principles will instantly change your life.
Okay, thank you. Some great advice there from Troy. And how important is it to know what is in our food, and why should we avoid GMO foods?
It's very important to source the best food that we can. Organic, obviously, is the best. Local, organic, if you can get that, farmers market, because otherwise you're looking at statistics right now. 67% of the American people are obese or overweight. Diabetes is on the rise. So this all has to do with the food. We're directly related to the earth, and we're directly related to what we put in our bodies. You are what you eat is an axiom that's not going away ever. So you want to look at your food before you eat it and say, can I make a set of eyeballs out of this? Can I make a brain out of this? Can I make a spinal cord out of this? Because if it's made out of day glow or words you can't pronounce, it's probably not, right?
Yeah.
It's probably not going to produce the most dynamic human healthy body that we all want to see. So our responsibility as parents and humans on this planet right now is that we restore the soil, the air, and the water. And so it's very important what you put into your body.
And how exactly are you passing on your knowledge about food and taking care of our planet to your children on a daily basis?
Well, they get to watch all my YouTube videos when I'm done making them. And then I feed them only organic food. I take them to the farmer's market. One thing I've realized about parenting is they don't do what you say. They do what you do. They do what you do. So I'm eating organic food. I'm shopping at the farmer's market. I do Tai Chi in front of my kids. I take them out to the park as much as possible. I took my son to the Amazon. I expose them to superfoods. I expose them to whatever's good for their body. I take them in cold showers, even though they scream. But in that way, I'm not telling them. I'm showing them. And so they can pick it up on their own. And it's a juggle living in the modern world. We have iPads and iPhones, and the children know what those are straight out of the gate. So it's kind of my job to tuck the iPads and the iPhones away when the kids are around and take them out to the park or draw. I like to draw.
You know, I read an article on healing the other day, and it said that the first step to healing is to believe that you can heal yourself, and the second step is to ask yourself if you're ready to be healed. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I agree. I think that will is a major component of health and healing. You have to want it. Mm-hmm. It has to be one of your core values. It has to be part of your dream. Figure out what your dream is. Figure out what your dream is and live your life from that. And if you don't know what your dream is, figure out what your nightmare is and work backwards. It's pretty simple. Mm-hmm. So you always want to check in with yourself and see if that's what you really want. Do I want health? Do I want to be healed? Do I want to be clean and clear? Is that my choice? Is that my dream? Because when it is, then you can make decisions towards that, and you don't have to beat yourself up that you're not this or not that. I mean, I was an alcoholic and a drug addict over 14 years ago, and I had serious issues. And so, but it was me that got me out of it. And so it wasn't anybody else. Ultimately, it was me. And I have friends and family that didn't make it through that had issues, and it took their life. And so so it just really comes down to choice. And I think all aspects of life on earth right now really are coming down to choice and responsibility. And responsibility is everything, and all hands on deck right now on the planet.
And who or what is your greatest inspiration?
Well, I guess I have many, but I would have to say my greatest inspiration is myself. I had a very different childhood, and I found myself on my own, and so I made it through that. I put myself through school. I started a modeling career. I traveled all over the world. Even when I got wrapped up in drugs and alcohol, I was able to heal that myself. And so I keep looking back to myself. How can I refine myself? How can I be better myself so that I may carry that vibration and intelligence out to others and out to especially my children? And then that's a whole reflection of the world. So, so myself is definitely an inspiration. My current mentor is Paul Chek. I believe he's the top holistic teacher on the face of the planet, and I've studied with many. I've studied with Amazon John Easterling, Dr. Richard Schultz, another herbalist, and so S.N. Goenka was my meditation teacher, and so I mean, there's many people that have inspired me and that continue to inspire me. There's many people on YouTube that are coming alive right now. You yourself, you're offering good information out to people. My friend just shot a movie called The Cure Is You.
Great title.
Yeah, and that's it. You know, the cure is you. The answers are all inside of you. The answers are all inside of us. When we get clean and clear enough and tuned up to the vibrations of the universe and to the earth, then we know what's to be done. And there's a lot to be done on this planet right now. There's a lot of contamination on this planet, and we got to change the food supply.
Okay. Thank you so much, Troy.
Yeah.
Some wonderful advice from Troy there. To find out more about him and what he does, please go to certifiedhealthnut.com. Thank you so much.